Good to see everybody out here. Appreciate you being out here. Beautiful day, great setting. Just awesome. Head Coach Gruden here, and for 2 days working with us, and just had so much respect for him over the years. Football, he loves football. He's a great football coach, great football mind, and he studied our team and gave us some insight. Players, coaches, schemes, all of it, you know, and we just really appreciate having him here. So it was a real blessing. He was commenting on this setting, you know, he couldn't even believe it. This is like, he said, this is like football heaven. You know, I said, Coach, I think I said that before. I've said that quote, Jerry. You remember that? This is like football heaven. You got these trees around here, the setting. There's no fences. There's no traffic. You know, there's no construction. But that's not gonna last forever. Did you guys hear? Did you get the fumes during practice? The tar. That was part of our strategy. You want the guys to go to, you know, play no huddle when they're tired with tar fumes in their face. You never know when that's going to happen. Construction White Turner's doing a great job. Then we got Dr. Z here today. I read about his story. I think it was the Baltimore Sun. Maybe it was the Banner. Who was it? Who did the Dr. Z story? Nobody's taking credit for it. You guys are sports guys. You don't know. Stay in your lane. It's probably wrong, right? He's the doctor that sees patients in downtown Baltimore, mostly free of charge, whatever they can afford to pay. He's been doing it his whole career, saved lives, countless lives. What he's done, he's here with his whole family. And we'll get a chance to honor him. Somebody that's talking about doing the good works. Doing good works, Jones? You know, good works. Capital GW. Good works, man. This is it's an honor to have him here. He's a real hero. Okay, what questions you have?
With Gruden, how did that come about? Did he reach out to you? Is there any story behind that?
No, we talk from time to time. I happened to see him in Tampa a couple of times because he's down there with Allison's playing down there. He's down there in Lutz, got his office and his place there. And we went down there last offseason as an offensive staff, Monk and I, and George Godsey, and spent some time with him down there. So he's been around with us. And, known him since he was in Philly. When I was coming in, and he was going out to be head coach of the Raiders. Got to know him a little bit. Just utmost respect.
Once you gave him a locker, you gave him gear. Did you give him the playbook?
No, we didn't give him the playbook. We didn't give him a script either. You only go so far. You got to draw the line somewhere. Good question.
What did he see? Just in terms of looking at you guys, what was some of that insight you shared?
To give you a general overview, he studied us, and basically the message was, if I was game planning against you, the defense, what would I do? How would I attack you? They didn't just stop there. He watched our offensive guys, he talked to our offensive guys, looked at all the players, had something for each player. Just phenomenal and very, very deep. Great teacher, too.
Did you identify any Gruden grinders?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He was grinding pretty good on some guys. He was letting them know where they can get better, which I respect. I think a great coach is not afraid to tell people where they can improve. Doesn't every player want to know that? He has so much respect for guys, and still at the same time let them know that, hey, this is what I see you can improve on.
Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Kind of just your reaction of having Aaron Rodgers in the division.
I really don't have a reaction. Just respect. Respect for the Steelers, obviously. Respect for the team that they have, the coaches that they have, head coach, Coach Tomlin. Obviously, we've always respected Aaron Rodgers as a player. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. So we'll have to go against the Hall of Fame quarterback with one of the premier teams in the league, and who happens to be our arch rival. So we'll be preparing for that.
John, we had a chance.
Speaking about contract extension, and you mentioned how he hopes to kind of create a new era for wide receivers, change the perception of Baltimore. What does it mean to see him get that contract, and just his desire and the success that he's had as a drafted wide receiver?
Well, it means a lot. Him and Zay, I think both have done so well as drafted wide receivers here. First round picks. To see those guys be successful, to see Rashad be successful. I love it. I always have from day one. He's always been so determined. Just wants so badly to be great. And watch him grow these last couple of years the way he has to where he's at now. And I really believe where he's going to go. I'm just looking for him to continue to just rocket ship and take off.
John, we had a chance to talk to Chuck Pagano yesterday. Now that he's been back here for a few months, What's it been like? Because it was a long time ago when he was here. How have you kind of seen, not necessarily changed, but maybe evolved as a coach compared to how he was back then?
Yeah, Luke, the days are long, but the years are short. You know, it seems just like yesterday, you know, when Chuck was here. But it's been great. Chuck has never changed in the sense that he's always just been a great guy, high enthusiasm unknown to mankind, kind of a coach, kind of a person, family man, leader, friend. Players have really attached themselves to him in a great way from the back end. And I think Zach as well. I mean, those guys are getting along great. And Chuck just wants to help this team be the best team it can be in that secondary play at the highest level it can. It's all he cares about. So it's just great to have him back.
John, we haven't seen Lamar out here since I think it was the second OTA that the first one we were at, the second one last week. Did you expect that? Is it, to your knowledge, is it just Lamar being Lamar and choosing to not be here, or is it contract related, or do you know?
Yeah, I'm not taking any position on it, judging it, whatever. Lamar, the day he was out here, played great. I could see he was in great shape. Threw the ball great, made the reads, knew the offense excellent, in an excellent kind of way. I thought he was fantastic. And when he comes back in practices, when that happens, I expect him to play at that level. That's what you measure. You measure for any player, it's how they play. I'm not measuring, you know, really the attendance. I mean, it's a voluntary camp, you know, so I'm not measuring that. I mean, I love being out here, and I think all the players do. When Lamar's out here, I promise you, he loves being out here. You can see it when he's out here. So he's my guy. I love him, and I can't wait to just get into this season and get going.
John, we've seen Sanusi Kane make a few plays in the fall. What role do you envision him and Bo Brady playing this season, and do you think you're going to add another safety before training camp?
Yeah, I envision those guys stepping up. I mean, they have to, you know, and they have in training camp or in OTA so far, heading into mini camp. They're going to have to prove it. They're going to have to earn it, and there's always the possibility of bringing someone in. I mean, that's what we do. You know, so we'll see where it goes. But I think those guys are doing a great job.
What did you see from him now that you feel from
Yeah, he looks good. I mean, he looks way better than he did at the end of last season, I think, just as far as movement. I hope so. I'm not going to lie. Never lie. Might not tell you everything. Never lie. But I have high hopes for him. You know, I expect him to do really good.
John, we're also talking to Nate Wiggins today. What have you seen now coming into the second season out of Nate and his development this last season?
Well, you saw him today, right? You have a pick and a key breakup, a critical situation. Expect him to be locked in and focused on the little things, you know. Raindrops make oceans. You know? Locked in on every little detail. It'll be great, you know, and that's what he's focusing on.
Tom, one guy we haven't seen, Jake Hummel, was someone you guys signed early in free agency. We haven't seen him out here. Is there anything? I mean, I know it's voluntary, but is there anything?
There he is. He had a baby in the last few days. Had a little baby boy. We should put that. We should announce that if he wants us to. We should put that out there. Jake.
But you just did.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's why.
All right, thank you. Last one.
Without the officials, we weren't positive. Do you have a count for Tyler speaking today in the field goals?
Wait, what?
Tyler was field
Oh
goals.
yeah, do a count. Yeah, you God, yeah, get your. We must have had a bad
There was
angle.
no, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was. I can tell you this: they were all right down the middle. So but I had a good angle seeing them. They were right down the middle. I made that 60-yarder, you know, easily. So it was a good start.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.